All right. So there was lots and lots of random items made for the N64. There's several that aren't pictured in this video. There's a steering wheel. There's a joystick controller. Be quite honest, like the other Nintendo systems, you're going to use your standard N64 controller for 99% of the games. I wasn't a big fan of anything other than the ones made by Nintendo. They made third-party controllers for the N64. I have yet to see one that I like and that I like using for my games. Nintendo, like I said, their consoles, they made several different colored controllers for the Nintendo 64. A lot of them came with a console that was exclusive. They did a packaging variant. They included an extra controller. This is one of the colors. Also lime green, another kind of an oddity color, harder to get. My favorite is the smoke, see-through like gray. This is what the packaging of a controller looked like. They sold extra controllers. The gold is probably for the release controllers. I do believe there was a couple oddball ones. This is one of them, the Donkey Kong 64 banana controller. These are a little bit harder to get, and they fetch a little bit of money. There's a couple others, but that's obviously they made several different colored controllers. The ones that are these colors, the odd colors, are worth a little bit more. Some of the easier colored ones to get are the green, yellow, blue, and red, or black. Obviously, there's some other accessories that I do recommend getting if you plan on getting any amount of N64 games. For the bottom of your controller, there is a controller pack, and that's essentially your memory card for your N64. Though many games could have memory, these guys hold quite a bit. Recommend getting some of these, and I do recommend getting the first party ones. They seem to hold better than some of the other ones. This is very, very important accessory to get, and that's the expansion pack. And like I said, expansion pack in front of your system, it goes there, and it's kind of hard to get out. It did come packaged with this little tool, though I've heard people of using all different types of things, but if you use this tool, you won't hurt your system. But anyways, that's a must. They did make a Tremor Pack to use for several of the games. It does run on AA batteries. The batteries in there, and used for several different games. Kind of a bummer is that you can't have the Tremor Pack and the memory card in at the same time. So usually it'll prompt you in the game if you're playing it, hey, please take out your memory card and place in the Tremor Pack or whatnot. But anyways, they made some aftermarket ones that combine both, but I find most of them garbage. Stick with the first party stuff. You'll thank yourself. It's made better. They also made a RF switch adapter for the N64, so that they could use. Hey, look! Does that look familiar? Yeah, it's been used with the other previous two consoles. So, again, the return of the doohickey adapter, but this guy returns. Don't hook your N64 up. It already has issues with graphics. Use the AV cable, but anyways, they did make it, and they one thing I haven't covered a lot with the other systems is they did make a lot of Game Genie, Game Shark. The Game Shark is pretty nice to unlock codes and stuff. There's different versions. I do believe the version 3.3 is one of the better ones. They did make different versions of it. That's kind of an oddity. Now, I'm not like a big code guy. Some people like to use them to unlock everything in a game. This is another oddity. They made these called Shark Bites, which they're specific little memory cards with pretty much all the unlockables of a specific game. And this one was for Quest 64. Again, quite an oddity. Don't find it that often. The other thing that they made, which was pretty interesting, was a dex drive where you could hook up your system and pretty much store game saves onto any PC. You could email your game saves to other people. It was pretty interesting. I found this at a Goodwill. I haven't used it, probably won't ever either. But anyways, the nuts and bolts is definitely get a memory card, definitely get an expansion pack. I think Rumble packs are good to have, and stick with the first party controllers. And really, that's all you need for the system, and I hope this helps you out. Thank you for looking at it.